Hey, how's it going? It's Noah Kane from Noah Kane Consulting. We help e-commerce and direct-to-consumer brands show up on Google and other search platforms. And today we have a case study where we are looking at the success we've had for a brand that's in the EMF space. This is a pretty interesting product sphere. EMF blockers, EMF stickers, things like this. And they were going through an interesting situation. So as you can see with the settings I have here, this is a more of a newer client, right? So they came to us beginning of May. We're now at the middle of August, and so it's only been a couple of months, right? And one of the reasons why they needed some help is that they were switching. They had just switched, or were in the process of switching from WordPress over to Shopify. So they had switched platforms for their website, and that did, just being frank, did not go well. The Shopify site was just kind of unoptimized. And that's putting it lightly. It was really unoptimized. The blog content was a complete mess and a bit of a wreck, and there's a lot of it as well. And a ton of technical issues, 404 errors left and right. The URLs had changed a ton of times, right? So really, we were fortunate in one case here. This brand already had a good amount of authority, right? So they had a ton of press, ton of PR, ton of backlinks. So this really was more of just helping clean up those on-page and technical items, getting the website fully aligned with everything that it needed to be as from a keyword perspective. And it's actually really incredible to see, in a few short months, getting those things right when you already have authority in place can work wonders, right? So they were struggling with these rankings, and again, as you can see, I put the filter on here for non-branded keywords because their branded traffic, their branded organic search, really is kind of dictated by when they're doing big affiliate relationships. They've done some pretty big brand deals with some pretty well-known brands that are out there, influencers, things like that. So when those campaigns launch and those influencers are out there talking about the brand, their organic search from a brand perspective skyrockets, right? But what they really wanted to focus on was how can we get stuff that we have less control over, which is these non-branded searches, right? And that's what we focused on. So past couple of months, 202 keywords have improved on the first page of Google with commercial and transactional intent. And that's not a ton. This is a space where it's kind of a newer space. There aren't quite as many phrases, but the phrases we've improved upon have done quite great. So EMF blockers, you can see 21st to 4th, EMF protection 80th to 3rd, EMF blocker 41st to 3rd, EMF blocker for phone 19th to 2nd, EMF stickers, they didn't rank for it all, that's 3rd now. Best EMF protection number 1, EMF protection stickers number 1, best EMF blockers number 1, and so on. So you can see a lot of new number 1 keywords here, and some really big jumps as well. And these really were keywords where they more or less weren't showing up for, and now they're not only showing up, but they're first. And some of the keyword difficulties too on these things, you can see, we got stuff in the 60s here and 50s. I mean, these are not easy keywords to roll with, and they've been crushing it. And another interesting aspect of this brand too, right, is that there's an aspect of this that falls into your money and your life type keyword phrases and topics, which if you're familiar with that when it comes to SEO, Google does tend to favor bigger institutions, so like WebMD, those types of things, right? Where it's a website that's been around for a while, they know they have the experts, etc. So the information is trusted, and these products actually fall into a bit of a health space category. That's sort of one of the angles as to why you'd want to use these products, is that it can help protect you from these EMF waves type of thing. So really interesting space to see how Google's handling these keywords and what we've been able to do. But just a few short months, we've just been able to crush it here. It's been a mixture of new collections, updating old collections, working with their web team, their dev team, to make some improvements because their site has a lot of custom codings. But really great to see these results in just a few short months. That's really all there is to talk about. Kind of went through everything we can just in this short period of time. So here's to maintaining these rankings, and I'll catch you in the next video.